Hello, beautiful Earth Tribe. Welcome to my channel, Sky Above, Earth Below. This is Renee, and you're watching a timeless collective reading for the full moon in Aries, October 9th, 2022. So although this full moon is in the sign of Aries, you don't need to have Aries anywhere in your chart for this reading to apply to you. This reading is for all astrological signs collectively. Also, the energy captured at this full moon may be relevant now or any time in the future, whenever it resonates. So a big reason why I offer this reading is because I know how much it personally benefits me, and I'd like to share those benefits with you. Staying in touch with the lunar phases can be a meaningful way to connect to yourself, to your spirit, and to whatever you wish to manifest or release in your life. I personally connect deeply with the cycles of Mother Earth, the Sun, and the Moon, but the moon phases in particular offer a way to observe one's life more closely and ground manifestations practically and rhythmically. Many pre-Christian cultures operated by the moon cycles because of its tangibility to indicate the passing of time and to track which moon came with the seasonal changes. And because of the moon's orbit and proximity to Earth, the lunar cycles offer a sense of perceivable time from which to observe our lives more closely, in roughly 2-week increments. This in contrast with the sun, which offers us a broader view, allowing us to see the big picture of our lives by observing a year at a time, or annual cycles. So with the moon, we can break up our plans and goals into small, doable, foreseeable chunks of time and be more attuned to the seasons as well as our own natural cycles and rhythms. It may also be enlightening to monitor your manifestations over 6 months to see what has come to fruition. You can do this by noting the sign that a new moon is in and then seeing what has come to fruition 6 months later by the full moon in that same sign. So if you've been writing down your goals or manifestations this year, have a look at what manifestations you scribed back in March at the new moon in Aries and see what has come to form at this full moon in Aries. Okay, so when working with the moon, just know that the energies of the new and full moons, as well as the waxing and waning phases, can be harnessed toward your goals and aspirations. At the full moon, which is where we are now, we recognize the midpoint of a lunar cycle, so this would be a powerful time for releasing negative mindsets or limiting beliefs, readjusting your sails for course correction, realigning with your intuition, with your spirit, or refining your goals. You can also set new intentions at the full moon, and basically just feel free to celebrate any moon phase in any way that feels meaningful to you. If you have a way that you like to connect with the moon, please do share it below in the comments to inspire others so we can all learn from each other. But whether you're wanting to use the energy to connect to yourself or for manifestation, I do feel the most effective moon ritual is simply one that's done from your heart and done so regularly. So like every new moon or every full moon or both. Rhythm is energy, and keeping a regular ritual strengthens and maintains this energy flow toward your intentions. If you'd like to continue following the lunar cycles, please join me here every new and full moons for a collective energy check. You can also view my playlist of lunar cycle readings whenever you wish, as they are all timeless. So, what do we have to look forward to for this full moon in Aries? What energy is the full moon bringing to the collective? That is the reading for today. Up next is the Meditative Shuffle and then the reading to follow. You can watch them both or navigate as you wish using the timestamps below. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello everyone, welcome to this reading for the full moon in Aries, October 9th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. So what I'm seeing here, collective, are messages about your new beginning. At the center of your reading, collective, we have the card Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. And so this is telling me that you have a whole lot of good things going on, that you are building things, you are imagining, you are creating, you are establishing some kind of future for yourself. And there's a lot of excitement about whatever you have going on here with the Ace of Wands. I can tell that whatever you're working on is very passionate, very true to yourself, true to your heart. It enlivens you. It brings you energy. It is in alignment with who you are, and just there's a lot of happiness involved with whatever you're working on. Okay, so micromanaging the universe, though, it talks about, having a sense of balance in your approach, mainly because new beginnings often follow some kind of ending. And I see here with a couple of these cards, the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Fear card, that there is something that is being fleshed out, things from your past, perhaps that you're transforming through, growing through. Some of you may be leaving people, places, or circumstances behind. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. But with this full moon in Aries energy, there's a lot of fire and movement that comes with Aries in general. And with the moon energy, we're trying to balance that, okay? Because moon is water. Moon is like backstage as opposed to Aries, which would be like on stage. For some reason, that's the way I'm putting it. And so for some of you, I feel like this is perhaps a creative endeavor that may involve theater or some kind of performing arts. But that won't be for all of you, okay? There's a lot of other ways to be creative, and that's just not for all of you. So anyway, whatever you're working on, though, it's something that you're very passionate about and that your heart is behind, okay? Because this is the center of your reading, where we are learning to balance what we're letting go of, what we're growing through, and what we're working toward. What's being highlighted here is that this opportunity that you're working on is actually an opportunity for you to focus. It's giving you a path forward, something that will allow you to get out of a mindset that you are trapped in some way, that you are bound in some way. The Ace of Wands is here to tell you that this is a relief from this, and that you can use that energy to move past whatever you feel has been holding you back. Okay, it's going to take focus. And right now would be a great time to pay attention to any visions, any dreams, any thoughts that are coming to you, knowings. Okay, also really pay attention to the signs in your outer world, not just your inner world. So there's a lot of information being sent to you with two Ace of Wands here. A lot of ideas, inspiration, a lot of drive to move forward with this fire energy. And it's good to use that to harness, but make sure that you're balancing it with focus so that you can harness that energy and actually check off your boxes on your list of things to do, so that you're accomplishing the tasks that need to get done in order to make that big picture happen for yourself. Here we have the World card. This is what we're talking about, the big picture. You are moving into an entirely new phase in life. The World card is about closing out a cycle. So whatever you're moving past, growing through, leaving behind, that circumstance or that way of being is now in the past. We have learned what we need to learn to understand how not to get ourselves in those situations again. So we've evolved essentially, and now moving on to a new phase where life is going to be completely transformed and entirely new. With 2 Ace of Wands here, whatever you're going toward, it's going to be incredibly fascinating, inspiring, beautiful, creative, and completely aligned with you. So keep going. Have faith in your dreams here with this waxing crescent moon. Whatever you're working on, it's building, okay? Here in the back of the deck energy, we have the energy is gaining momentum. We also have the card growth. So whatever you're working on here with the number 5, it's creating great change. Behind that, we have the sovereignty card, also with the number 41 breaking down to a 5. So whatever you're growing here is leading to your sovereignty. 2 5s, I love that for you, okay? Whatever you're leaving, this kind of feeling of being bound or trapped or not able to move on from something, that is being reversed here with whatever you're working on, okay? So keep going with that. Right now, with these 2 cards, fear and attraction with the supermoon, I'll start with fear. So with the fear card, this is informing me about kind of why and how you're micromanaging the universe. So Spirit is saying, whatever fears you have about the past, come back to your faith, okay? Give that worry, give that fear to your gods, to your guides, your angels, your ancestors. Give it to them to hold for you, okay? It's not going to go anywhere. Let them heal you. Let yourself be the vibrant, beautiful, imaginative, creative self that you are. Your fear is an illusion. Your fear is not heart-based. It's not what your spirit is made of. Okay? So looking at this card here, I'm going to hold it up so you can see. Looking at this card, you can see that she's like in this ball of light. She's protected. All around her is some kind of BS going on, and she can't see it. And that could be creating a lot of anxiety, not knowing what's going on, but being able to feel it, being able to know that there's things going on that you don't exactly know. And I think with all of this information coming from above, that you do know what's going on, it's just that it can't be confirmed. So I feel like with the Wands energy, this is spiritual energy, this is intuitive energy, so that lets me know that you already know what's happening behind the scenes, and you're also trying to move on from it and just not engage in that drama. So however you're going about dealing with that anxiety or whatever it is that you're worried about in regards to the past, it's coming out as sort of controlling the outcome, micromanaging the universe. We know with manifestation that things come to fruition when we are in a relaxed state, an open state of receiving. So below here we have the supermoon attraction card. This card talks about not only being extremely magnetic right now. But that magnetism that you hold, that you are right now currently embodying, can be used to sort of flip the script, to understand that you can manage that inner dialogue. You can take whatever it is that you're worried about and compartmentalize, understanding that, yes, there may be fear, but also it's an illusion. And you know that your future is bright. You know that you need to just continue taking those steps forward. Because we're building here. We're just taking one step forward every day, every hour, every minute. We're renewing our faith whenever we feel this way. Coming back to that self-love. Coming back to our path, our purpose. There's no actual fear in our path or in our purpose. That is where love resides. Okay, the other thing I'm seeing here with the supermoon attraction card, for some of you, this fear is about your greatness. For some of you, you are afraid of your potential. And I just want to empathize with you on this. Many of you have known, likely from childhood, that you were going to grow up to do something big. And you may not have known what it was, but you knew that it was going to be big. And that has likely been scaring you throughout your life. And so here it is. If it's been in your subconscious, and I'm just making you aware of it, that's why these cards are here. You're being made aware of this now. So, using this full moon in Aries energy to really take on that leadership, that passion and drive to move forward. Those of you who are afraid of your greatness, you're being asked to use this full moon in Aries energy to really just propel yourself. To not just have faith in your dreams, but to have faith in yourself. Because this trapped energy, that comes about from allowing ourselves to feel disempowered. And if we're afraid of our greatness, it could be easier in some respects to stay in a disempowered energy. And quite honestly, this is where victim mentality comes through. And I'm not saying that you are in victim mentality right now, but I am saying that when we are afraid of our greatness, when we are afraid of shining, when we are afraid of putting ourselves out there for all to see, know, and criticize, there's real fear there. But that's what comes with leadership and with growth, with really doing that inner work, which is what you've done. So there's just this idea to let go of these residual fears. You're being asked to really just embrace this really strong Ace of Wands opportunity that the universe is granting to you. Taking full advantage of that. For those of you who do have still a lot of chaos around you, or who are still in the process of releasing whatever negativity is surrounding you or going on in the background that you don't know about. You're being asked to meditate, to clear your mind, to come to center so that Spirit can deliver the messages that need to come through, and so that you don't have to feel like you're micromanaging the universe, so that you understand that you are co-creating and not doing this all yourself. You don't have to feel that you're doing this yourself, okay? Back of the deck energy, you are not alone. So I'm really getting that although some of you may be building a community, some of you may be feeling very much alone in your 3D world, you have relied on a strong sense of self, a strong will, a strong faith to pull you through whatever has been keeping you in this energy. And so, falling back on that faith, understanding you are in co-creation, the universe is working with you to meet you on your own behalf. Before I end this reading, I also want to draw attention to the numbers here. We've got 11 and 44. So 11 is a master number. It's about illumination, spiritual awakening, enlightenment. Okay, pay attention to your thoughts if you see the number 11, or you might be seeing 111. Take note of whatever you were just thinking of at that time, and understand that there's a message there for you. The number 44 can indicate that your guides are near you. Also, the number 4 is about stability and structure and establishing solid foundations for yourself. It can also talk about success and willpower. So with this attraction, with the supermoon especially, that tells me that this full moon in Aries is going to be really, really powerful for you, and that you can use that magnetic energy to really move forward with whatever it is that you are embarking upon. Okay, collective, so that is your reading for the full moon in Aries. I hope this was helpful. If this resonated, I'd love to know in the comments. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to support my channel, and hit the bell for all notifications if you'd like to stay connected to my future readings. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, my information is in the description box below, as well as links to donate and to all the decks I used in this reading. May the power of this full moon bring about all that is in your heart, and may you all have a beautiful day from wherever in the world you're watching. I'm sending you all grounding energy and love. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you at my next reading.